Yes, people. Big up yourself, man. We're back again, do you know what I mean? We're here for another one, people. Do you know what I mean? Welcome back to the Football Locker Room channel. Do you understand? Big up James and the building. You know what I mean? Make sure you smash the like and subscribe. If you ain't subscribed already, on your way in, man. James, my brother, we say, man, we know the title of the video today, the Premier League is back, you know what I mean? Liverpool are title challengers. You know what I mean? They're playing today. You know what I mean? The league is back. We don't play till Sunday. How are you feeling right now, my brother, man? How you feeling? You there, my brother?
For today's game, I want to see a draw. I don't want to be chasing Liverpool from game week 1, but let's talk about it, man. I'm looking forward
Nah,
to
one
the,
hundred
to the
percent. And I think the start of the Premier League
show.
season, yeah, it's been eagerly anticipated. Do you know what I mean? I think football fans all over. Do you know what I mean? We missed that competitive action. You know what I mean? 100%, man. Big up AJ 100% of the times, man. We're always there for us. Pick up yourself, my G. But yeah, man, in terms of feelings towards the new season, just as a football fan, innit? Like I'm excited. You know what I mean? I'm also intrigued to see like how we will do, you know what I mean, with the new players that we brought in. But I can't say that I'm excited for Arsenal Football Club. Do you know what I mean? The club that we both love, that we both support. I can't say I'm excited for Arsenal. I'm just excited for football in general to come back. And I'm also excited to see, you know, the conclusion of the Arsenal saga. Do you know what I mean? With all these new players brought in, do you know what I mean? Are they going to fit in well? You know, are we going to change the way we play now that we've got all your careers in? You know what I mean? How is that all going to plan out? I'm more so, when it comes to the Arsenal side of things, I'm more so intrigued to see how things are going to play out. Big up, James, we back in it. You know what I mean? But yeah, I'm intrigued with how things are going to pan out for us. Um, Unfortunately, like you guys probably already know, oh, I'm not so convinced with Arsenal this season. Do you know what I mean? When I look at the recruitment, when I look at the management, and we can go into that further, people, 100%. But ultimately, I just, yeah, I don't have high hopes for us, man. I don't have high hopes for us, man. But yeah, now big up AJ in the building, man. Whoever's coming in, make sure you smash the like and subscribe on your way in. Do you know what I mean? Our 3-1 Liverpool tonight, I can't lie. Yeah, do you know what? Excuse me, people. I'm confident that we will. Sorry, I'm confident that Liverpool will probably end up with it. I don't know when it. I know it's just one performance, but you you see me lose my head over one performance in pre, know what I mean? And even though the Community Shield, there's always an asterisk behind that Community Shield game, whether it's competitive, whether it's a friendly, whether it's not. Do you know what I mean? But Liverpool didn't. They didn't look so convincing. I mean, big up Russell see thing. Do you know what I mean? 10 times. Man like Russell, he's. We'll see, man. We'll see. We know that Bournemouth have a good coach on their side, but we also know that Bournemouth has lost key players. Do you know what I mean? They have lost Sabani. I know there's a couple of them, man. They've lost Kirkes. I feel like there's another player that I'm missing out on. Do you know what I mean? Forgive me, I can't remember at this moment in time. I know they brought in a couple players as well. They brought in a centre back called Diakite, which, in all honest, I don't really know about in real life. Do you know what I mean? But I played Football Manager. You know what I mean? I've actually bought him on Football Manager. He's actually all right. I don't know if there's anything to go by, people. I don't know if there's anything to go by. Do you know what I mean? But they bought him and that centre back. I think they've spent like near £30 million for him. They've sold Sabani for like 50 million, 5 million. I mean, you could say that's good business on their behalf. Do you know what I mean? But in terms of Liverpool, I don't know. I don't know how it's going to turn out, to be honest. Do you know what I mean? Obviously, as an Arsenal, I hope that they will drop points as early as possible in it. But we'll see. We'll see. But what I would say is that, do you know what I mean? we have to focus on ourselves. We have to focus on, or at least they need to be trying to focus on what we need to do, what we have to. I mean, big up Russell CFC. Yeah, they not had the time yet. It's going to be shaky. Draw, and I hear it. And I hear it because I saw the way Crystal Palace played against these guys. And to be honest, yeah, I missed the first half of that Community Shield, but I saw the second half. I feel like Crystal Palace was just in a little bit more control of that game. Do you know what I mean? But when I hear people talk about obviously Liverpool in that game, you know, they've praised Ekatike again, another player I ain't seen much of. Do you know what I mean? So I don't know. We'll see how it goes with Liverpool. You know, people have raised concerns about their fullbacks. They're the most defensive of fullbacks. You know what I mean? By any stretch of the imagination. Do you know what I mean? They've got Kirkers and Frimpong. And I rate Kirkers and I rate Frimpong going forward, going back. I'm not too sure, but watching that brother, man, he's rapid. I can't lie, he's rapid, man. But you know, it'll just be very interesting to see how the first game of the Premier League turns out. In all honesty, man. You know what I mean? Big up Oigara in the building, man. First time I seen you, brother. Big up yourself, man. Welcome to the channel, man. Big up AJ once again, man. Keeping track of the life on the feed, man. AJ's Russell super question. So doesn't win anything this back in. I believe he was talking about Maresca. I mean, boy, obviously now we're going into Chelsea. Do you know what I mean? Very briefly. Obviously on the Chelsea side, they'll have to see in it. I think Maresca's got them playing some good stuff. Do you know what I mean? I think when it comes to the recruitment at Chelsea, I don't think it's necessarily down to Maresca, but more to the director of football that are at Chelsea. I think they made some good signings. I think they've made some needy signings. You know, we will see how it goes. I think in that striker department, they've definitely improved. We're bringing Harto in. I don't know too much about Harto, but apparently he's got a very good reputation. Could play left back, could play centre back. We know Chelsea have had injuries in that centre back position. You know what I mean? So that could prove as a positive. In regards to Bino getting through the ball, I'm not sure about him. He looks like another run-of-the-mill direct winger that will cause problems, but I don't know. For me, lacks quality. Do you know what I mean? I do think there are a couple of areas that Chelsea can improve in. But listen, we will part the Chelsea thing for now. Do you know what I mean? I know we're looking forward to the Premier League. Do you know what I mean? And we want to talk about different teams' prospects. But for now, do you know what I mean? We got James back in the building. Big up yourself, my brother. Do you know what I mean? James, how are you feeling in terms of for Arsenal Football Club? How are you feeling towards this Premier League season, man? Where's your head at right now?
I heard everything you just said. Yeah, the internet's working good right now. Let me get in there quickly. Basically, I'm happy about this. I'm happy. I feel confident. Why shouldn't I feel confident? We have a gunman, yeah, for one. For two, yeah, Isaac isn't at Liverpool yet. And also, I don't like the balance of their attack right now. And I don't think they've got the same depth they've had in the last couple of years. And Chelsea are the unknown. And Man City, they might just shock us all. And in the 2 weeks, we might all be saying Man City's going to win the league. You know, one of those ones. So I'm just saying, like, it's a 3-horse race in my eyes. And I just feel like we will play a different style of football this season. We have to. And look front more than if we can finish with no gunman, with Saka scoring the most goals for us, which is about 14 to 16 goals a season, and no one else, and the whole team's chipping in together as a unit. Gabriel's getting 3 or 4. Do you know what I mean? Saliba will grab 1. Trossard will grab 5 to 10. Odegaard will grab a couple. So my whole point is, yeah, I just feel like with that gunman up front, it relieves pressure through the whole team. And the whole team for years has had to fight for the Premier League and do well in the Champions League last year with no striker. And no cover for Saka. No, like the depth has been upgraded, and people like to shit on Norgard signing, but I can tell you right now, Norgard's more ready for the Premier League this season than Jorginho ever would have been. So even our players that are sitting on a bench have been upgraded. So I'm confident. Do you know what I mean? But the problem is, yeah, there's 3 very good teams / 4 very good teams with Chelsea. So it's going to be an exciting season. I'm looking forward to it. I can't wait. Even the game tonight, I'm going to be watching it, and I'm going to be praying for a draw because I don't want to be them winning today, us not getting 3 points on Sunday, and we're back to where we started at the end of the season, chasing Liverpool. That's long, but yeah, man. What's your thoughts, Shaq, man? You think what's your thoughts for the whole season, man? Because you're less you're less happier than me in general. So like obviously I gave it a positive spin there. Like I'm interested to see your spin in it.
That fair enough, man. Fair enough. First off, yeah, big up views for the raid, man. Do you know what I mean? Big up, unless you man are living under a rock, man. Do you know what I mean? Make sure you go and you know what I mean. You subscribe to Views on Sport. Do you know what I mean? I know a few man here are from there as well. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, no, big up Views on Sport. Listen,
Yeah, man.
I'm always gonna have a pessimistic view when it comes to Arsenal Football Club, especially when I don't see certain things that I want to see. Now, first off, let me start off with the competition. Now, I do think Liverpool they have some work to do. I know we've sat here and talked about, oh, look at where they're doing. Hey, bro, with the Isak thing, Isak is still a Newcastle player. Do you know what I mean? And with Newcastle struggling to get that,
Facts.
I don't know, that proper striker. I know I think they're still in for Vissa. I don't know if the transfer's happened yet. Do you know what I mean? I haven't been too clued up in the last 2 days or whatsoever. Do you know what I mean? But I feel as if that high profile attacker that they're looking for, they still haven't acquired yet. Do you know what I mean? And that would add to the question as to whether or not Newcastle would even be willing to sell Isak. And the money that I'm looking at, I mean, Liverpool's initial bid was what, like 110 million. I don't think that's anywhere near a bid that Newcastle would accept. So I think it's clear to see that with Liverpool, they do need to rebuild their attacking depth. They've gotten rid of Nunes, even though he is a bit of a scrub, but there's certain things that he offers that can be beneficial, especially as a squad player. You're looking at Diaz, who so left. Do you know what I mean? There's a lot of, and I know these guys are still at the club. You know what I mean? But they still have what's his name, Harvey Elliott at the club, but he's looking to move away. They have Chiesa at the club. He's looking to move away. I think there's certain things with their attacking depth they need to sort out. I still think that an out DM maybe would benefit them as well. And also their depth in the defensive positions. I believe this Leone brother, I think they've bought, but I don't know whether or not he's gonna be a certain part of the first team squad because and are still going after Guehi. So when it comes to depth at this point, you know, with all the hype around Liverpool, there's still question marks about them. I look at Manchester City, who I think people are sleeping on a lot. Do you know what I mean? But I think what is clear is their defensive and then I look at Chelsea, who I think has got a very good first 11, a quality first 11. I think they got a couple man that's good in their depth. Do you know what I mean? They brought in Gerald Hato, who can cover at left back, centre back. They've had Cucurella there, that's been playing a lot of games. But then I look at their centre back situation.
Wait, Hato is a baller.
Yeah. Well, I'll be honest, yeah, I've never really watched him. I'll be very honest. I know he's got a very good reputation, but
they got a gem there.
I don't really
they
know
got a gem
player.
there, but yeah, go on, continue what you're saying. Yeah.
No, fair enough. Obviously, like you've seen him in it, so if that's the case, then cool. Like, you know what I mean? They've got good depth there at left back. Do you know what I mean? Centre back is still an issue. I think right back sorted. I think for the most part, midfield is sorted, especially if Xavier Simmons go through. I still think that with their wide players, there's question marks. I'm not a big fan of Gittins. You know what I mean? I was a fan of Neto, I've seen him at a team where he has to break down low blocks more often. It's not convincing. Do you know what I mean? Even though I don't rate Madueke, like they've gotten rid of him, obviously we've bought him. Do you know what I mean? I'm looking at their wide players. They're not so convincing. Do you know what I mean? So yeah, I could look at the opposition and say there's question marks in all of them, 100%. But at the same time, I do have various issues with what we are currently doing, and I'll try to be as quick as possible. You know, when I look at the left back situation, a lot of inverted stuff. You know, that's still an area that we can improve. I look at the midfield situation. I keep saying it. You want to break down low blocks. You want to camp teams in their final third. You need players that's got a bit more about them technically, and you know, what I mean, we got a bunch of basketballers in that midfield. You know, we got loud Dames. Do you know what I mean? We got Nikola Jovic's. When you look at the recruitment for our midfield in the last 3 summer windows, you're looking at Kai Havertz, 6'3". You're looking at Declan Rice, 6'2". You're looking at Mikel Merino, 6'1", and you're looking at Christian Norgard at 6'2". The only person that I think that has personality with the football that we have recruited is Zubimendi, and he's there set to play in the 6. So yeah, I do have big concerns about our midfield. I have big concerns about our left side because all of them are questionable one way or another. I kind of like what we have at that central, and I like what we have at that right wing position. But to kind of close off, I have enough concerns about Arsenal that's not going to make me confident. If I talk about the Premier League itself, it's not going to make me confident that we'll end up winning that title. You know, honestly, that's
no. But Shaq, I will say, from everything you said. No, from everything you said, I understand your points for Liverpool and Arsenal, but that's the whole point, There's margins in this, really, between the 3 teams. Like it's very hard to call who's going to win the league this season. Yeah, people are going to say Liverpool, City, and unless people are saying Arsenal out of the 3. Actually, I think Liverpool are definitely getting the most yeses compared to City and Arsenal. So I'm just saying, look, at the beginning of the last season, everyone said City was going to win the league. If they don't win the league, Arsenal win it. Not mentioned Liverpool's going to win the league. And that's what position we are in right now. But we're still a good team. So I'm just saying, anything can happen, If Man City can't find their feet and Liverpool struggle with injuries, and we get lucky with injuries, we might have the boost to get over the line. I do feel, I'm not trying to make excuses, but I just feel like 2 fully fit squads last season, we would have been way closer to Liverpool. At the very least, we'd have been closer. But let me just go through the chat because the chat's been waiting. AJ says, big up AJ. Every time he says, James, we still don't have Saka cover because Noni is starting on the left. But AJ, come on. Let's be big people here. Listen, if Saka gets injured, there is Noni. I never said he'll start and he'll be the main guy, but he should be. You know what I mean? That's what he got brought in for. And to give us something else on the left. But let's be honest, we all want Eze or Rodrigo. We don't even want to see Noni on the left. But at the same time, Arteta has shown us already that he's going to give Noni game time out on the left. So we got to analyze it. And from the first couple appearances I saw of Noni on the left, he did well, man. He did well. He kept it simple. He didn't... When he plays for Chelsea, the man thinks it's World Cup. Like he's trying to nutmeg man and run. Like for us, he's playing more systematic. Like he's doing what Arteta asked him to do, and it must be harder for his prefer to. If you ask me to be a winger because I'm a central player, but I can play out wide, I would always prefer the left over the right because I'm right-footed, and I like to. It's easy for me to drift in. It's easy to cut in. Like it's the easiest move for any decent dribbler who plays on the left to cut in. Like it's like a weapon, man. Do you know what I mean? The ball's protected. But anyway, keep chasing us. So you must be a Liverpool fan. Welcome to the channel here. Make sure you're liking and subscribing, and we will be chasing you like this. We'll be chasing you like this. You know what I'm saying? We'll be chasing your ass, bro. You know, I like to add my little clips in when I can, man. You know, I like to add my little clips in. But yeah, man. Jimbo, welcome to the channel, man. You lot are going at it in the chat. Let me just go through a couple more, and then we'll get onto it. Views, the legend, great stream, bro. Views raid, yeah, big up Views every time, man. He doesn't have to send you lot over here, so we really appreciate it when he does.
Got Views 10 times.
AJ, he did a miracle with someone else's team. Now it's his team. We will allow time for it to bed in. Do you know what? I think this guy's a Liverpool fan, yeah? Jimbo, if you are a Liverpool fan, yeah? Slot's already got credit in the bank now. That's how it works. You win the league, it don't matter if the man finishes 5th this season, you can't sack him. If he finishes 5th this season and wins the FA Cup, you can't sack the man, bro. Like, he's got credit in the bank, bro. He just won you the league. That's just my opinion. But obviously, at the same time, yeah, if he finishes 5th, you got to think about sacking him still. Jimbo, fully agree. No, do you know what? Let me go through any comments that you lot are talking to us about. James, what your opinion on what Tony Adams said, please, brother? Do you know what? Yeah, I'll be honest with you.
Yeah,
they all have different opinions. They all have different opinions, all of them. Do you know what I mean? Some of them are negative towards the club. Some of them are positive. I've seen ex-Man United players do the same thing. He's entitled to his opinions, man. I'm not going to get onto him. Like, Shaq went through it yesterday. But yeah, man.
James,
look, at the end of the day,
what's your opinion? What's your opinion? Because I said to the people yesterday, I wanted you to touch on this today, bruv. What's your opinion on what he said? Yeah, that's what we are for.
Do you know what? Yeah. Look, I might have missed what he said completely. So just remind me what he said. Like, just remind me.
We could. We gonna. Okay. We gonna do that.
Help me out, Shaq, man. Give me a reminder, man.
Don't worry about that, King. We gonna do that. Don't worry about that, King. We gonna do that. Don't worry about that. Yeah, we gonna do that. We could do that. It ain't
Tell me, what did he say?
It ain't a thing, man. We can go through that. No worries, man. It ain't a thing. Don't worry, man. I'm gonna bring it up. Apologize for the ads. We're gonna bring it up, man. Don't worry about that, dog. We got you. You know, you can't get away. We got you.
Got me, yeah.
We gonna talk on this, man. You know, ain't a thing. Apologies for the ads, people. Do you know what I mean? But can you see it, James, by the way? Because obviously I'm not on the screen, innit? Can you see it? Yeah, can you see it? So he started off by saying, I think he's got a really big call to make this year. And for me, he hasn't done it. And the call is to make Declan Rice the captain. Yeah. I'm just going to go into his actual quotes. Yeah. I think Declan is my kind of captain. And what it might do, it might free Odegaard up to play with a bit more freedom. I think he's an Arsenal kind of leader. I think good in the dressing room, around the training camp, around the thing, you know, he's got standards, he's got principles. He's got, you know, I can see the man he's a proper player and a proper captain. That was basically his point. I would have done it, but you're talking about Arteta and stuff, but Arteta's not done it. So I'm being critical of Arteta at the moment. I think big managers go, right, actually.
No, do you know what, yeah? You know what it is? Do you know? Let me jump in quickly, yeah. I saw it on Twitter, yeah, that he said about I saw the captain thing he said, but you said in the title last night, you said, oh, Adams disses Arsenal, yeah. So I thought I missed something. So I didn't know properly, like, if there was more that he said in it. So I didn't want to like get it wrong. That's why I asked you to remind me. But with the captain thing, if that's all he said, that's fair. Look, I think me and the chat were talking about this before this whole Adams thing came out. Like I said on this chat, and AJ is my witness. Definitely, I know AJ was at least in this chat. You know what I'm saying? AJ is my witness. I said Gabriel should be the captain, and Declan Rice should be the vice captain, and we should strip Odegaard off captaincy. I said this days ago, before this whole Adams thing came out. So when you said, oh, he dissed the club, I thought he must have said something mad, and I didn't hear what he said. But yeah, I heard I obviously caught the captain bit. But I already went through that the other day. I think Gabriel should be the captain. Him saying that, that's all good.
No,
Yeah.
fairs, man. Fairs. Like I said yesterday, no, I agree wholeheartedly, man. I'm surprised that change hasn't been made. But I think one thing here that Tony Adams said that is important here, and obviously I'm not quoting him, I'm not looking at his course right now, but basically he's saying that if you want to be that big manager, you gotta make bold decisions, and that means changing your captain. Do you know what I mean? Because I think it's clear for us to see that Odegaard might be a good player, but is he the man to be the captain? You know what I mean, I don't think not. You support the team, James. You don't think not. Do you know what I mean? So it's not a bias thing here where it's like, oh man, just trying to trap down or whatever Arteta's doing. Like it's not that. Even you, where it's like, do you know what? Maybe we could do with someone else as a captain. And I think as a manager at a big club, if you want to be successful, gotta make these difficult decisions, and that's probably a decision that Arteta hasn't made, man. But yeah, nah, I agree, man. It's good to know that we're on the same page on that one. And yeah, to be fair, James, you have said before, do you know what? I would probably take Odegaard off the captaincy, you know. Do you know what I mean? But yeah, man, fair play, man. Fair play.
Yeah.
Let's see what else the chat is saying, people, man. Chiesa is a front man, and if we don't sell him, we use him. No, I hear it, bro. I hear it. I think, look, if Liverpool are to keep the current attack that they have right now, that would be Ekitike, that would be Gakpo, that would be Salah, that would be Harvey Elliott, and that would be Chiesa. Do you know what I mean? And if you want, I can't remember how old Rio is, but if you want to bring him into the situation, that makes 6 attackers, isn't it? So in terms of numbers, you definitely got it there, innit? But obviously, what is a bit confusing for us, obviously, one of Liverpool fans in it, is that from what I've seen, Harvey Elliott has been linked away from Liverpool ferociously. Like, there's been several links. Do you know what I mean? Chiesa has come out and said, you know what, I probably want to go back to Italy, and that's probably the difficulty in it. We know that Liverpool sell well. We know that there's a good chance. It's not 30, but there's a good chance that Chiesa and especially Harvey Elliott will be moved on in it. And if that does become the case, I think you, man, you know what I mean, you need to invest back into your attack. There's not much time left of the transfer window, people. We're talking 3 weeks at best, if I got that correct. There's not much time left. So, you know what I mean? There's definitely question marks with Liverpool in terms of that regards. Top Gooners, man, not wanted, not too sure what you was talking about there. Do you know what I mean? I think Chelsea could be a surprise package. They have bought well. In some parts, yeah. In some parts, like I said, I'm not too sure about Gittins. Do you know what I mean? They're looking into bring Garnacho as well, which I really don't rate. I mean, so it's like, bro, if you're talking Gittins on Garnacho, hey, bro, I would rather trust on Martinelli. Maybe I'm wrong in it. Maybe he will prove me wrong, but he needs to prove me wrong in it. Just like Madueke coming in, he needs to prove me wrong. What do you think, by the way, James, about Chelsea's transfer window? Because I don't know. I think to an extent, I think it's been overstated. I think they've done some very good business in terms of like player recruitment quality, but I think it's overstated. What do you think, my bro?
I think Chelsea are the dark horses of this Premier League. You have to give them a little 1 to 5% chance of winning this league. I don't see anyone really outside the top 3 from winning it. But big up Kurt Thomas, Man City fan in the house. Big yourself up. Welcome back to the channel. Yeah, basically Chelsea, I had them outside the top 4 listed every season until this season. This is the first time I'm putting them in 4th. I'm putting them 4th, people. But I think they get overrated and we get underrated. I think their manager gets no heat, no pressure, and our manager gets way more pressure. Yeah, and I just feel like at this point, Maresca, and someone said it in the chat earlier. I think it might have been AJ. So big yourself up if it was you, AJ. They said if Maresca doesn't win anything this season, and he doesn't finish top 4, I think he said, should he get the sack? And I think 100% he should. 100% he should. When they have like 20 players in and out the door in 1 year, when it's like 30 man in and outs, like in the space of 12 months to 18 months, that's human trafficking. That is crazy manipulation of the game, yeah, and that's why they get away with it. And I'll be honest with you, I know I'm going off topic, yeah, but I'm sick and tired of Chelsea getting away with murder, innit? Yeah, I'm sick and tired of it. I'm sick and tired of them buying so many players. I just hate it. But anyway, I do think like they're a good team, and I do think they're a problem. I don't think they will be able to handle the intensity of the Champions League and the Premier League, because what Chelsea have done last season in all competitions, and they had the luxury to do that. But this season, they don't have the luxury to do that. If they want to keep up with the big boys, yeah, we're gonna Jimbo, big yourself up, man. I'm gonna get onto you in a sec, Jimbo, yeah. But as I was saying, man, they have to. They're not going to be able to rotate they've got a very good first 11. They're not going to be able to rotate as much. So, for example, November, December, when it's on top, and they got Wednesday champ to PSG, yeah, and then they're at home on the weekend to Man City. They've got to play two strong squads in both games. Injuries can pick up, fatigue, form, all that. Last year, they could play their rubbish players in the conference, build confidence for those players. Now those players are sitting on a bench with confidence. They've just got 90 minutes in the Mickey Mouse Cup, and now they're ready to come off the bench on the weekend. This year, they're going to have more problem with unhappy players. They're going to get minutes, and I just feel like Chelsea are still a season away. And I think United's still a couple seasons away of making the right moves. Like you said, Shaq. They're very overrated, man. I feel like people are jumping the gun with Chelsea for real.
All right, so look, I half agree, yeah, but man need to run.
And they got a centre back problem.
Yeah, run, yeah. Run through the chat.
Yeah, go toilet, bro. I'll go through the chat
real quick. Yeah. But I'm gonna come back on the Chelsea.
I'll run through the chat. Let me go up then. Let me go up. Jimbo, let me just go to your first comment because it came in, and I'll run back further down the chat. Jimbo, where's that comment? Because I know you was talking about Chelsea. I'm sure you're Liverpool, Jimbo, isn't it? Maresco in phase 2, Arthur in phase 6. Kurt Thomas, Man City fan. I think City and Chelsea are dark horses. You can't call. How can you call City a dark horse? They are a horse that's in this race. Facts. People don't sleep on City. They got Cherky, who's going to ball out this season. Yeah? Yeah, the defense ain't great. It's iffy. But they still got the best manager in the league. They still got Haaland, the guy who scores mad amount of goals. Like, don't write City off, bro. That's what I'm trying to say, people. Don't write City off. Don't write Liverpool off. And don't write Arsenal off. You can't. Any team out of those three can win the league this season. And that's facts. Like it or not, it's facts, bro. And Pep's gonna want to come back with vengeance, man. You know what I mean? All the greatest managers in history, they could come back and win the league again. Yeah, Wenger did it 3 times only, but he came back and won the league. Do you know what I mean? Wenger never retained the Premier League. You know what I mean? He won the league, then he lost a league or 2 in a row, finished second, and then bam, he got the league again. Do you know what I mean? That's what a good manager can do. So Ferguson, every time he used to lose the league title to Arsenal, he'll go win 2 in a row. Get a three-peat in that. Do you know what I mean? So look at Man City, and Liverpool. Man City's winning 1-2 in a row, then Liverpool won, and then Man City clapped 4 in a row. Do you know what I mean? And also Liverpool got their second in 30 years. Remember the 30-year joke? Oh, you ain't won the Premier League in 30 years. They got the monkey off the back. And then they went on to they did it again eventually, you know what I mean, this year. So I'm just saying, don't write anyone off. And if you're going to write anyone off, write Arsenal off. And it could not be write City off. That's just crazy. That's crazy. Rodri isn't. Let me see. I like that comment and I missed it, man. Where is it? Let me go back to that. Something about Rodri. Here we go. Rodri. One sec, please. Rodri. isn't fit enough to start 90 minutes. Do you know what? That's what I'm saying. Rodri's a big miss because I could say to you right now with chest, yeah, that if Rodri was fully fit, City would definitely be favourites to win the league. I know one player is. I know it sounds crazy, but that's how important he was to them. He was like their backbone. He's their spine, bro. Literally, you know that the biggest bone that goes across the spine, the one that goes like that. That's him, bro. Do you know what I mean? Rodri. Once they lost that, they couldn't walk. They was done out here. So once he comes back, they'll be back.
You know what I don't get about Man City?
Don't ever write City off, man.
Now, very quickly, do you know what I don't get about Man City? Yeah, well, more particularly with Pep. Yeah, you spent 40 mil, yeah, or was it 45 mil on Nico Gonzalez? Why the fuck is it that you don't use him more often? Like, he seems like, I'm not saying he's great, but he seems like a decent player. Do you know what I mean? He seems
he
like
goes through DMs, isn't it?
Yeah, I don't get it. I think Pep, yeah, especially with the recruitment that they made, I think Pep could have made more use here with the signings that they made, especially in January. Do you know what I mean? I know Kusanov had a bad debut. Do you know what I mean? But I think since then he's shown that he could be a decent player. Do you know what I mean? I think right now it's probably more suited to right back for them. You know what I mean? He has that recovery pace that Diaz probably needs alongside him because, bro, Diaz is looking cooked. Ruben Diaz right now, he looks cooked, bro. Do you know what I mean? But I do think that Pep is partially to blame here. I think there's certain players that he's probably not using enough. Do you know what I mean? But we'll see how they go because when it comes to going forward, I think they got a lot of talent, man. And I think that is where the threat of City comes. Is going forward. We know going back the other way is there a bit suspect in it. You know what I mean? But yeah, man. Like Rodri being
no, but you know what, Shaq? Shaq. Yeah, but Rodri is world class. But I want to say something, Shaq. The reason why I'm so confident with Arsenal and us off, and I still think we've got a high chance. I understand, yeah, that when you have a solid back four, the team can actually do good things. And it's like when you haven't got that back four, it doesn't matter how good your attack is, you're not reliable. Your team's not it. Do you know what I mean? Look, how many times did Arsene Wenger have the best attack in the Premier League? Yeah. But we used to score the most goals or be the most exciting team to watch, but it didn't amount to nothing. Why? Because the defense was shit. Like when you don't leak goals, yeah, the opposition have to like fill you out. They have to find a way, and in them trying to find a way and frustration builds up, and that's when you can kill teams. You know what I'm saying? Like, and then it's just like they don't want that. They're defeated in a tunnel. Do you know what I mean? Sometimes, like when you've got great defenses, and that's why I feel like Arteta has built a great defense and basketball players, like you like to call them, Shaq. But they are very neat. You need a couple in your team, man. You need a couple basketball players in your team. I tell you that right now.
I have to cut in here. You said something important. You was talking about the tunnel. Now, I want to go back to the last time, that we were Premier League champions, innit? Because, granted, you go in the tunnel, and you're looking at Sol Campbell, bruv. You're looking at Kolo Toure, who's a madman. You're looking at Ashley Cole, bruv. You're looking at Lauren. You're looking at Lehman, who, you know what I mean, was a bit of a madman up there. Do you know what I mean? You know, racist allegations, whatever it is, when it is, do you know what I mean? He was a madman. But do you know what, Do you know what really strikes fear into teams? Imagine you're in a tunnel and you're looking at Thierry Henry, 6'2", Thierry Henry. You're looking at Thierry Henry.
He was 6'2". 6'1", no?
I could have
6'1"?
swear Henry was 6'2".
Maybe he's
Either
6'2".
way, he was a good height.
Maybe.
You had Patrick Vieira.
Yeah, it's a good height. Good height.
Then you had Bobby Perez.
But
And
that's
then
what
you
we
had
got now,
Dennis
though.
Wait,
We don't
what?
have the obviously. When I say, I'm talking about height, not quality. I'm talking about height, not quality. We got the two players now, bro.
No,
We
bro.
got two players.
You're not getting what I'm saying, bro. Because I mentioned Bobby Perez. Bobby Perez ain't tall, bro. Dennis Bergkamp, he was people.
Robert Perez was tall. He was 6 foot.
Huh? Perez, are you sure?
No. Wait. Hear me out, Shaq. Yeah, the Invincibles. No, Shaq. Hear me out. The Invincibles. No, hear me out, Shaq. Yeah, the Invincibles was all a very tall physical team, a very tall physical team. Yeah, we had Freddie Lindbergh. Yeah, we had Ashley Cole. But apart from them two, everyone else was tall. Bergkamp's like 5'11", 6 foot. I'm sure he's at least 6 foot. Henry was 6 foot. Vieira was 6 foot minimum. Perez was 6 foot minimum. All the centre backs were 6 foot minimum. You're like, I'm telling you now, yeah, we had a very physical, strong team, bro, and we was murdering teams in transition as well.
No. The
only thing they didn't have like five small midget CMs like Barcelona, but you know what I'm saying?
No.
I miss those days, man. I miss that style.
But do you know why? Yeah. Do you know why? Okay, cool. You're right. Perez is 6 foot, innit? You're correct on that. But do you know why I mentioned Perez? Do you know why I mentioned Henry? And I know I mentioned his height. But do you know why I also mentioned Dennis Bergkamp? And may I say, he was a nasty fucker. He was a nasty fucker.
He was.
Do you know why I mentioned these guys? Technical quality. That wins you games, my brother.
No, of course, man.
Right, he comes into the tunnel and then sees Saliba and then sees Gabriel. Like, that's all well and good. But man will go into the tunnel and see Kai Havertz. The man's 6'3", but he ain't striking fear.
No, obviously, come on.
Fear. Martinelli, but he ain't striking fear.
No, 100%, 100%. But that's what I'm saying. Man City have, but in the last couple of years, no, 100%. Shaq, let me jump in now quickly, yeah? 100%, yeah? But in the last couple of years, Man City have won football matches in the tunnel. I'm telling you this. And Liverpool, last season, at the end of the season, won matches already just from being in the tunnel, bro. I'm telling you, not as much as the olden days with the best Arsenal and Man United teams, but the fear is there in the tunnel. Do you know what I mean? And I'm just saying, yeah.
Yeah, but why though, my brother?
Attackers do fear Gabriel and Saliba. I promise you that. They might not fear our whole team. They might not fear our whole team, but the attackers in the tunnel do look over at Saliba and Gabriel and are pissed.
No, I hear it, James. I hear it. But bro, your defense can't, bro. You can't go into the tunnel when the only thing a team has to fear is your defense. McAllister is like 5'8".
I know.
He is a quality footballer. That's why man would fear him. Do you think man wasn't fearing Santi Cazorla? The guy's my height. The guy's like 5'7", bro. Do you think man wasn't fearing him?
Nah, I hear that.
It's about technical
we got
quality,
now,
bro.
Yeah.
Players that will scare the living shits out of you. That's the real fear. And Man City have the attacking fear.
That's what we need, man. We need to breed fear in this league.
Any team can get coached to be a solid defensive outfit. Look at Leicester when they won the league. This is the best example. Look at Leicester when they won the league. After the halfway point, you're looking at Jamie Vardy. The brother's only 5'9". But man are fearing him because man knows he's a bastard and he can finish. You're looking at a Riyad Mahrez. The guy's 5'10", my brother. But man are fearing him because you know the guy's fucking TikTok. Forget Thierry Henry's height. There's a reason why he's the best ever blood clot Premier League player ever. And no number of goal and assist can beat that. Why? It's because of what man could do with the football.
Ever.
I'm looking at my attack I'm looking at Martinelli. I'm looking at Trossard. I'm looking at Madueke. All options on the left wing, bro. None of these men strike fear with the football. Havertz don't strike fear with the football. I would go even as far as to say, I really like the Gyökeres signing. I really do, people. Don't get it twisted. But I would even go as far as to say Gyökeres and open play don't cause that much fear, bro. What Gyökeres' fear is that, bro, you give him a good enough chance in the box, you're fucking done, mate. Who I smoke. You know what I mean? That is what it is with Gyökeres, is the fact that he's fucking brilliant at striking the football. That is what it is. And don't get me wrong, he can do things in open play, but it's like what really strikes fear is that quality, my bro. It's that quality. And the little I've seen of Etikite so far in Liverpool shirt, he has that. Salah, I have many questions about his technique, but because of his inevitability, he has that.
Ekitike is a baller, man.
I just think the point. Let me not go on and on and on and on. The point is that I'm looking at the other op. I'm looking at the ops, bro, and I just think they just have better. They have better technical and attacking quality than we do. And I think that's sort of the equalizer. We might have a great defense. We have a sturdy midfield. The midfield,
they got Salah, innit? And Ekitike.
I know, but they also got Gakpo. And I know people don't want to put much respect on his name. I don't know why. I think he's a solid attacker, man. I really do. And he's one of Holland's most important players. Whenever I watch Holland, he's a key guy. Like, I can't take that. I'm sorry, bro, but I'm looking at other Man City, they got fucking Haaland. They got Turkey. Like, for me personally, I don't want to go on and on, but for me personally, I just have more respect for what the Ops can offer in attacking positions than I do. I think Cole Palmer is a better talent than anything that we have. I'm sorry, bro, but that's just the bottom line for me. Like, I love Arsenal, but I'm a football fan first and foremost. I love Saka, but I don't know. I don't think he has a great level of fear. I don't, but I love him. I think he's a very good player.
Hey, Dalman might pass. Wait, Dalman might pass Palmer. Dalman could pass Palmer. Just gonna say that.
About that one, man.
Dalman or Nwaneri might be able to pass Palmer and Saka. I'm just putting it out there. I said might be able to. Those two might be able to.
I hear it though. I hear it. But I need to see more in both of them.
I'm talking about ceiling.
Yeah. I know.
Yeah, definitely. So, but one's 15 and what? Listen, one's 15 and one's 17. But no, go on. I'm just saying, one's 15, one's 17. Saka and Palmer are like 23. No, 24, 23, 24. Like, I'm just saying, give it 5 years. But go on, Shaq. Go through.
No, I hear it. I thought Ethan was 18 by now. I'm pretty sure he's 18 by now. But either way, no, you're right in the sense that in terms of the ages of these players, yeah, they're a few years behind, like, for example, a Cole Palmer, in it. Do you know what I mean? But my thing is this. Obviously, we're supposed to be a team that's here to win now, innit? So I could care, yeah. No, big up AJ, man. Trust me, man, ain't even done his GCSE yet, you know. And you would have thrown in conversations, bro. Let man develop. Because you see, when it comes to this,
bro, you man didn't hear the might. I said might.
I know, I said
bro.
I know, but the position that we're in currently at the moment, we have to look at the now, my bro. We have to look at the now, and the facts of the matter is that, and I know obviously because he's older, like Cole Palmer would have a much bigger sample size than a Dalman or even a Ethan Nwaneri. Yeah. Like, I get that, but it's like he's shown that he's just got a lot more to his game than a Ethan. And as much as I criticized the manager and said Ethan probably could have played a bit more, know what I mean? I think we've seen him in enough
No. Wait.
opportunities.
I have to jump in, Shaq. I have to jump in. I'm sorry.
On
Dalman played out on the right, where they're both not even right wingers, yeah. So Ranieri started out on the right to get his confidence, get more space, show us what you can do, and we was all singing his praises. Dalman's come in and done that, and we're even me. I'm saying he looks like he could be better than Ranieri. But then in Ranieri's defense, and I hope people understand, like from watching me now, I like to throw a few sides to my point, yeah. Ranieri has been doing it in pre-season centrally. It's a lot harder to run through the center than it is out wide. Yeah. So my last point is, yeah, Ethan's upgraded to last pre-season. He was doing what Dalman was doing, coming on, playing right mid. Now he's up to, well, if anything, he's gone to a new level, because now he's coming on for Odegaard like he is Odegaard's right hand man, backup plan. So big ups to Ethan, man, and I hope it continues, because, boy, did you see the way he was running through the midfield the other day in the game? Well, Odegaard couldn't do that in his dreams. Like, Ethan is class. Like, I know Dalman's a nice shiny new toy, but I ain't forgetting about Ethan.
No, I hear it.
But yeah, I just wanted to add that in there, because Ethan's been essential. Go on.
No, fair play. But here's my thing, James. You know, there's a reason as to why. Yeah, look, I have my criticisms of Odegaard. Yeah, I don't think he should be a captain. I think he had a shit season last season. I think that there's a possibility that at some point in the near future we might have to look beyond him. But there's people that will have a similar opinion to me, yeah, in terms of how they see Arsenal Football Club. And it tends to be that a lot of people that have that similar opinion of me, they don't rate Odegaard. Now I do. I don't see Odegaard as a 10. I see Odegaard as an 8. And I think that when you are an 8, when you are a number 8, it's not just about running at players. It's not. Because when I look at Ethan and I look at Dalman, yeah, the reason why I want to see Ethan more is because we don't have enough of players being able to take on, man. Do you know what I mean? And take players out the game. Do you understand? Fact. But when it comes to playing that number 8 role, there's so much more than just running at players. This is why I'm not giving up on Odegaard. This is why I'm not so harsh on Odegaard. Because you know what? Sometimes as a number 8, it's about reading the game state and just saying, look, instead of me just passing it forward and doing the hoofball thing like what Bruno Fernando does, which I fucking hate, instead of doing that, he's going to be like, okay, let me play the simple pass and then let me try to pick up another position so that I can receive the ball in a better area. You know, this is something that I see Vitinha do a lot. And I rate Vitinha highly. Him, Pedri, 2 of the best number 8s in the world, in my opinion. These are the things that I see them do often. At the end of the day, for Arsenal Football Club, I want us to reach, I want us to have the players that is as best as they possibly can be. When it comes to Ethan, I haven't seen that side of the game enough. I haven't seen that side. I've seen that. I'm not saying that he can't play and that he doesn't have wing mirrors. I'm not saying that. But when it comes to being a midfielder, when it comes to being a number 8, especially in this system, there's just so much more than just running at, man. As much as I love it and we need more of it, when you're in that central position, you need more than that, my brother. You need more than that. Still. Do you know what I mean? That's my thing. And obviously, because previously I was talking about Cole Palmer. I'm not saying I don't see Cole Palmer as a number 8, by the way. But I've also seen Cole Palmer try to operate in so many different positions on the pitch. I've seen him drift out to the left-hand side. I've seen him come deep, drop deep, and pick up the ball and pop it off and move. Do you know what I mean? Big up, James. I'm pretty sure we'll be back in a second. But people, I haven't seen Ethan do these things. I haven't seen Dalman do these things. Do you know what I mean? So don't get me wrong. I think both Ethan and Dalman, even at their young ages, are more exciting than anything else that we have at this football club. But we also have to understand that in different positions, in different areas of the pitch, there are different requirements. And as talented as Diamond and Ethan is, there's certain things that I haven't seen from them yet. And now, yeah, okay, cool. You can put that on the manager as well because they haven't been put in a position to do so. You can put that on the manager as well. But I just think that when it comes to certain positions, there's so many different things, so many different abilities that you need to have in order to do well in that position. Like running that man, as much as I love it, and it's part of the reason why I want Eze at this club because that is what he brings. We don't have enough midfielders that's got that personality. But again, we need central midfielders that are going to do central midfielder things. I've seen McAllister do these things. I've seen Reinders do these things for Holland. Do you see what I'm saying, people? I've seen other players do these things. You know, let's see what the chat is saying, people. Do you know what I mean? Because I know I've been waffling for a minute. Yeah, I understand. Let me see what the chat has been saying. Do you know what I mean? We're gonna be here for a minute. Bear with me for a moment, people. Boom, 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 boom. Do you know what I mean? Big up AJ in the building. Do you know what I mean? Man saying Rice is not on free kicks this season, despite Real Madrid. Yeah, I know, brother. It's a fucking shame. It's a fucking shame if you ask me, man. AJ, they have had a good transfer window. They are looking strong. I'm not sure. I think you're talking about Chelsea. I would half agree. I think Aito is a good sign, and I think Chelsea needed a bit of depth on that left hand side. I'm not too sure about their wide options, to be honest with you. That's why I kind of draw the line with Chelsea. Yes, guys, Liverpool, City, and Chelsea. Yeah, apologies, guys, man. I haven't been keeping up with the chat. Not too sure what you're on about back there. You know what I mean? Big up Vigilante every time. Big up Vigilante, man. I ain't seen you in there before, man. Welcome to the channel, my brother, man. Big up yourself, man. Jimbo, I actually agree. Arsenal fourth. We will see. I don't know. At this moment, I do see us third, fourth. I would edge us for third, man. Do you know what I mean? I still think, with all the praises, yeah, that I would give Chelsea Football Club, I still think that there's a certain level of consistency that they need to show over a 38 game period in it. I still think they need to show that. James stopped that because he had no injuries 2 seasons ago, bottled it to Emmy at home. Nah, big facts. Big facts, AJ. Big facts. Big facts. I'm not hearing these injury stuff as an excuse. Nani is not an adequate replacement for Saka. I hear you. Big up yourself, Gunner for life, man. Do you know what I mean? But I think the saddest part of it is that, especially with what we've seen so far, but even before he played the preseason game, like we saw Nani on the left wing. Well, should I say, I saw Nani as being a left winger. That's what I saw. Do you know what I mean? Because I know Mikel Arteta, he wants Martinelli to hold that touchline. To have a left footer on the left side hugging that touchline, it's more natural. It's more natural for a left footer, isn't it? Do you know what I mean? So that's where I kind of got that idea from. I kind of already thought that, Madueke, the left wing is his. Do you know what I mean? Because we've only in competitive fixtures, we've only really seen Ethan on the right wing, really. Do you know what I mean? You need to analyze what he did for Chelsea on the left. 7 names and not much product. No, I hear it. I think he means 7 goals and not much product. Now I hear it, my brother. I hear it in terms of money. Fact, that's what I wanted and still want Jared Bowen. Solid player, man. Solid player. Big up Adieri, man. Big up yourself, man, in the building. I ain't seen you before, man. Big up yourself, my brother. Welcome to the channel, man. Hi, Jimbo. How are you? How are you? Isak should go to Liverpool now. Jacob Ramsey doing his medical at Newcastle United now, and on his way to Newcastle United now, and also should sign for Newcastle United now. Yo, hold on a second. Yo, is Jacob Ramsey going to Newcastle? You see, people, I've been off X, I've been off social media for a few days, so I ain't kept up to date with the transfer. What Jacob Ramsey got now? I'm gonna check that in a bit. In it, I need to see what you man are saying, but I need to double check that, man. And Jerry, if you're still here, or if anyone knows that, let me know, man. I ain't seen that, but bro, if that is the case, man, Mate, do you know what I mean? Tony Adams is right. He knows of Arsenal captain better. He knows of Arsenal captain better than anyone. Now, big facts. Big Tone speaking 100% fact. No, facts, man. Facts. But you know what? There's these weirdos in our fan bases that want to send them death threats. It's crazy work. Big Tone, you know, legend of the club. You know, I mean, captain Dustin 4 league titles. They want to diss him. It's crazy, my bro. Do you know what I mean? But these man, they're on vibes. They're not on winning, innit? It's one of them ones. They're mutants. You know what I mean? Let's see. I agree with Adams, leader of Manly and our big facts, man. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, man. But yeah, let me just go through the chat, people. Let me go through the chat. James did say Gabriel Magalhaes should be captain with Rice as vice captain. And I think I mentioned something similar yesterday because I said that because Gabriel Magalhaes, Magalhaes, how you pronounce it, yeah, he's been at the club longer, in it, so it'd probably be a bit more fitting that he is the captain. Do you know what I mean? But either or, like I can't complain, man. I can't complain. And I'll big up James for that. He did mention that, man. Part of the captaincy may improve him a little bit, as captaincy could be a shackle. Nah, big facts, man. He's doing too much of this and directing people where to press him. Nah, he needs to run free and let someone else take that role. Someone else that isn't as important going forward. Let Rice take the role. Let Gabriel take the role. You know what I mean? Let the shackles off with Odegaard, man. Jimbo, he is the most sucked off captain in Arsenal history. Big facts. Big up AJ in the building, keeping track, 14 likes. Big up everyone that smashed the like in the building, man. Do you know what I mean? I got quite a bit to go through. You know what I mean? Yeah, people, please, man, make sure you hit the like, make sure you hit the subscribe and support the thing. But love to everyone that's here and that's subscribed and everything. Do you know what I mean? First person on the picture and the last person off it. I hear it, man. I hear it. I hear it. Yeah, no, like I said, agree, man. Gabriel captain, Rice vice captain. That'll be the ideal situation, but every other way, you know what I mean? I'll be calling that big up curtain of the building, you know what I mean? Man City fan, I don't know what you man are doing rejecting Savio for Savio. Do you know what I mean? It's clear that there's people at your football club. Is it Hugo Viana? Your director of football? Yeah, he's been my bro. And you know these man, they got money, bro. You know what they say? Crack is a rich man's hide, my brother. That is what Hugo Viana at Man City has been sniffing, people. He's been sniffing that fine cocaine straight out of Afghanistan, blood. He gets it direct. He's got the money for that shit. Do you know what I mean? Man sniffing something, bro. You know what I mean? It's crazy, man. It's crazy. Hopefully City do well this season. I'm not having people writing off City this season. I find it disrespectful. I agree, my brother. I agree. I would put City slightly ahead of us in terms of this title. I think the big question mark with Man City is their defense in it, but going forward, bro, yeah. Man, Maresca is in phase 2, Arteta is in phase 6. Nah, I hear it, man. I hear it. I think City and Chelsea are dark horses. Hey, Man City. Now, let's not do this to Manchester City. Manchester City should never be dark horses. I'm sorry. It's too disrespectful. It's too disrespectful, man. Yes, I don't think City wins the league, but it's wild people saying City fourth. Yeah, it's wild, but you know what? Yeah, if I'm, bro, I don't know, man. Man City. People are sleeping on Man City too much, man. I feel like I'm not saying that they're the favorite, yeah, but I feel like they're level with Liverpool right now. Do you know, I really do, man. People are sleeping on Man City going forward, man. Hey, bro, Man City are gonna cook some teams this season, man. Do you know what I mean? It's gonna be a crazy sight. Kurt, I think you do a lot better than last year, but if you somehow don't, Pep gets sacked. You know what's funny? I don't see Pep getting sacked, you know what I mean? But if he does, it's just further evidence of how much of a ruthless football club that Man City is. And if you're a Man City fan, you gotta love that shit, man. You gotta love that shit. Chelsea are weak at centre backs and goalkeeper situation. I agree. I do think Sanchez has showed better form in recent months. But yeah, ultimately, I do agree with you, Kurt. When is Rodri back? Because he got a delay now. I think he's back in like October or something like that. Or at least, I think during the first international break, I've heard that Rodri will be back. But maybe Kurt has replied already. Well, yeah, he has. Rodri isn't even injured. AJ just not fit enough to start 90 minutes. I hear you, Kurt. I've heard other City fans say otherwise, in it, but maybe it's a fitness thing and not an injury thing. Let's see what everyone else is saying. I thought Rodri would have a setback at the end of it. Yeah, same here. That's the, and I've heard this from City fans as well. Do you know what I mean? City's defense isn't as bad as what people say. Yes, it does need to improve this season. Bro, if we're talking about tower winning quality, yeah, Kurt, I'm not gonna lie. You man defensively look suspect. And maybe that's more of a system thing than an individual thing, but you man do look suspect, man. You do. I'm looking at Diaz, he don't look like the same player. And the thing is that in past years, yeah, Ruben Diaz has had a Kyle Walker. You know, he's rapid. You know, he's got a recovery pace to kind of cover for his pace. I think he's a good defender, all in all. But I don't know, man. He ain't looking the same right now, Kurt. I'm not gonna lie. I only see the weakness at right back. I think both fullback positions need one in, man. Do you know what I mean? And I think with the centre back, I don't think it's in terms of quality, but more availability and physicality. I think, correct me if I'm wrong, Kurt, but I feel like Ake has had niggling injury issues. I think that John Stones has got injury issues. I don't know what's happened to Akanji, by the way. I don't see that brother no more. I don't know if you guys have moved him on low key or his contract ran out. I don't see him no more, but I feel like he's had niggling injury issues as well. I don't know, man. I don't know. I think your defense as a whole, man. And what I don't get as well, you man spent like a good 30 mil on who's that centre back, bro? And you man loaned him out to Girona as well, Kurt. Who's that centre back that you man brought in? For the life of me, I can't remember his name. But I even seen him play. Do you know what I mean? Kozanov should probably start at right back. He's got the recovery pace to help with Diaz. But, you know, again with Pep, I don't know, man. He just doesn't want to play certain man, I guess. Similar with your defensive midfielder position, that shouldn't be a position that you man are worried about whether Rodri is fit or not. Because you guys got Nico Gonzalez there. And of course, Nico Gonzalez isn't the same quality people. But I don't know. I think he's decent enough, man. Do you know what I mean? I think he's better than a Calvin Phillips, in my honest opinion. But, you know, Pepsi's a special guy, man. He's got a special mind. You know what I mean? Roger would be on the bench against Wolves. Do you know what I mean? If you don't fix right back, in my opinion, you can't win a Prem or Champions League, but you win both cups. I hear it. Not right enough City, man. Never have. Big facts. The right back is a big problem. Not happy with Nunes at right back. Now I hear it. I know, obviously, Man City, they were in for Livermento as well, but apparently Newcastle was saying, bro, you could bid 100 mil, bro. Right, we're not selling him. So it's one of them ones. We already know they're already under pressure. With Newcastle, we're already under pressure with the Isak situation. Do you know what I mean? City for me are the favourites to win the Prem. Now I hear it. I can't say I agree, but at the same time, I can't say I disagree, man. Nico G is playing tomorrow. Do you know what? The Man City game I'll probably tune into. I think he's a decent player. Big up Chromatic in the building, man. My brother. Arsenal should go for Garnacho. Hey, bro, because you're my bro and I've known you for how many years, yeah, I'm not going to be so foul in my language, innit? I'm not going to be so foul. But, yeah, hell no. Hell no. Do you know what I mean? If you weren't my brethren, I would have told you to suck your mother, innit? But you're my brethren, I can't do that. That's disrespectful. Do you know what I mean? And you're a giant as well, so I'm not trying to go there, my brother. You know what I was saying? I'm not trying to go there, my brother. You don't want it with Chromatic, I can tell you that much. You know what I mean? Pep Guardiola even said it was his fault for last season. Yeah, like apparently Kurt correct me if I'm wrong, but apparently behind the scenes there was a meeting about refreshing the squad. The Pep didn't want to do that. So yeah, man, this was one of them ones there, man. I hope Arsenal does well, but I fear there will be issues. That is mainly for my sanity, as I would love to see a strong Arsenal fighting the good fight. My best mate is an Arsenal supporter. No, I hear it, Jimbo. But unfortunately, there's just, I don't know, I see too many issues. Whether you're talking about the profile of the midfield, whether you're talking about the attack, whether you're talking about how when we play with inverted fullbacks, with Arteta loves to do, it makes us very vulnerable at times. I don't know. There's just a few too many problems. Arteta loves his goalkeeper. to come out and go going in with the back line to make that third centre back, and that leaves David Raya susceptible to getting lobbed from how many yards out. There's just too many issues, man, in regards to Arsenal at the moment. Do you know what I mean? But we don't have a solid back four no more, James. MLS has been found out. Hey, AJ, and obviously that is off the back of the comment. Yeah, I'm clapping off the back of the comment that I just made about of our inverted fullbacks. But AJ is right. Miles Lewis Skelly himself is suspect defensively. I do think that whoever plays in that left back situation, yeah, they're always going to be put into compromising situations because of the role that they're asked to play. I think it's a difficult role to play, and I think they're asked to invert a little too often during a 90-minute period. Do you know what I mean? But I just think Lewis Skelly himself, even though I think little by little, I think he's improving, I just think defensively in itself, like, bro, he's suspect. Do you know what I mean? And whether we like it or not, Cucurella is a better left back than him. Kirkes is a better left back than him. Even Aït-Nouri is a better left back than him. But with Aït-Nouri, it's adjusting. Because Aït-Nouri, I think, is suspect going back that way as well. But yeah, man, we say our defense is strong, but MLS is a weakness, man. I can't lie to you. Love the kid, by the way. I think he's very good. I think Miles Lewis Skelly or Miles Lewis Sken, man. You understand? I really think his benefits come from when he's on the ball. Do you know what I mean? I do agree, AJ. You might get away with it playing Nunes back for the League Cup and the FA Cup, but not for the League or UCL. Now I hear it. Oh, Kurt O'Reilly. I'm glad you mentioned him. O'Reilly, yeah. To be honest, I've even forgotten about him, bro. Anything I've seen of O'Reilly, bro, he just looks solid. He's got a lot of energy. He's technically secure. Do you know what I mean? He could do things in the final third. He can recover and make challenges. I actually do like O'Reilly. And the thing is, I think, Kurt, correct me if I'm wrong, I do think that O'Reilly is actually a centre mid, but he could play at left back. He could play at left mid. He could play in the left mid position. I do like O'Reilly, to be fair. Do you know what I mean? Very, very good young prospect. Miles Lewis Skelly, I think, gets a lot of hype. I think he's another player, similar situations where he's come from the youth academy. I think he's been solid, man. I really do. I think O'Reilly should get more props than he probably has got. Arsenal don't have a solid back four. Norwich can have left back White and McGavier coming off the back of injuries. That's another thing as well. Nah, you're right, man. Gunner for life, 82. Nah, you're right, my brother. That is a concern. We do have two right backs. You have recently, obviously, more Timber than White, but they have recently come back from long-term injuries, man. That is a concern, man. Do you know what I mean? At AJ, Robbo or Tsimikas are both up for grabs if you want a left back. No, we're good, G. We got G. We don't need that. We don't need none of that, man. We don't need none of that, man. Let's see where James is at real quick, people, before I get back into the chat. Do you know what I mean? Let me just see what James is saying. I'm assuming that his internet done a mad thing. But yeah, he's messaged me. Yeah, man. Yeah, we're gonna wrap it up soon, people. We're just gonna, go through what everyone is saying. Do you know what I mean? James, this is just for you. Why is the Rice on free kicks? Oh, wait, because your manager told him to cross it, but Saka told him to hit them. So Odegaard get free kicks. Well done, yeah. AJ, do you know what? I want to delve more into that, but I couldn't have said it any better. Just people, please, just I'm gonna leave it up there for a few seconds. Just look at what he's. Let me repeat it. Why isn't Rice on free kicks? Oh wait, because your manager told him to cross it, but Saka told him to hit them. So Odegaard get free kicks. Well done, Arteta. Oh, AJ. One thing I want to add, AJ. Remember, Declan Rice came out and said Odegaard said to cross it. Do I need to say more, people? Do I need to say more about our captaincy? Well, our current captain is just sucking off the coaches and their instruction. But yeah, we've been through that already, man. Do you know what I mean? Now, Thierry was a baller. Yeah, big facts, man. It's all good, yeah, being in the tunnel and fearing our defenders. What about our attackers? Forget their size, bro. Thierry Henry, Bergkamp, Perez, these men were bad, man. You know what I mean? They were bad, man. Let's not get it twisted, man. Do you know what I mean? Jimbo, no thank you. I want Anthony Robinson for Fulham or Mitchell from Crystal Palace. Can I be honest with you? Yeah, both of those players, I do think they lack technically in it, but I do think I rate Robinson more than I do Mitchell. I do think that Tyrick Mitchell is very limited on the ball. Very limited. And this is why Crystal Palace went out and bought a left back or a left wing back. Is it Sosa? Do you know what I mean? From what club did he come from again? Is it Frankfurt? But yeah, Borna Sosa, I'm pretty sure he comes from a German club, innit? But that's why Diesman brought him in. Do you know what I mean? Maybe it's for depth, but you know, yeah. But Anthony Robertson is a player that I'm probably more keen on getting. But again, we'll never get a player like Anthony Robinson because you know the manager wants the left back to do this. He doesn't want the left back to do that. Him no want for bob up and down the pitch. The manager no want the left back to do that, people. He wants him to do this. And Robinson can't do this. We had Kieran Tierney, bro. He would have been perfect for that left back role. But like I said, the manager has his own ideas, innit? You know what I mean? People do too much of Ruben Diaz. He only had one bad season. I think he will come back to his best. Nah, I hear that, man. The Arsenal ladies manager got no say in a tunnel going, and she found that disrespectful for Mateta, and I fully hear it. Nah, I hear it, my bro. Just don't leave Ruben Diaz on his own against the fast winger or a striker because he's slow. No, I hear it, but that is a big. I don't know, my brother. Do you know what I mean? Like, you know, Pep Guardiola, he loves to play with his high line. Whether you got a fast right back or not, man, I think that in itself is a liability. But no, I hear it, man. I hear it, man. People, please make sure you like the stream and make sure you hit the subscribe. Not too sure what we're currently on, but yo, make sure you man hit that, man. Make sure you man hit that. You know what I mean? Big up AJ Jenkins, man. I was so jealous when you had players like Henry and Bergkamp. They were proven winners. Facts, Jimbo. Facts. Now tell me. Hey, Jimbo, if you're still here, my brother, if you're still here, tell me. Are you jealous that we have Martinelli? Are you jealous that we have Madueke? Are you jealous that we have Trossard? Are you jealous that we have Kai Havertz? Are you jealous that we have Gabriel Jesus? Fuck no. And that is 6 out of our 8 attackers, man. Big facts. Do you know what I mean? Arteta can't win matches in a tunnel, James, so that point doesn't stand. No, sorry. Nah, I hear it. Shanti is so much better than Odegaard. It's not as funny. Nah, I hear it. Leicester had drink water balling. Bro, I hear you, man. Shaq speaking 100% facts. Pick up yourself, gone off a life, man. Hey, yo, I just say what I see in it, my brother. Do you know what I mean? But pick up yourself, gone off a life, man. I'm looking at your current attack, and apart from Gyökeres, I can't see the fear factor either. Shaq going forward. But I'm negative. Do you know what I mean? Nah, man. Without the Champions League final winner, Kai would be in the table by now. Nah, hear it. Shaq, keep cooking. I'm trying, bro. I'm trying, man. I got the chicken stewed up and whatnot. I'm trying, man. I'm trying. Like, I could, again, at the end of the day, I could only say what I see in it. Do you know what I mean? But this ain't just about me. This is about you guys as well, in it. So in this final part, I'll probably say a little less than usual, but I want to see what you man have to say. But I tried to cook, man. I'm not a bad cook, but I'm not a good cook neither. I'm just okay in it. You know what I mean? Jimbo, so you respect Saka, but you don't fear him, right? Yeah, I'm a bit similar. Like I respect Saka. I just don't know if I don't know if he has the fear factor. I think he's a problem, but there's not a fear factor. There's a lot of these wingers here, and I'm not saying Saka is of this mode because I actually think Saka is an intelligent footballer. But I think there's a lot of these young wingers these days. They've got a bit of pace. Do you know what I mean? They're a bit direct. They run at that man. Sure, they could be a problem, but there's not a fear factor. Like Garnacho, I think he's a scrub, but he could be a problem because he's very direct. But fear factor, fuck no. Like a TK is a baller. Nah, I hear that, James, man. There's a shit stay on, man. The internet, it got the better of me. Do you know what I mean? That's why I was out for a few days. It got the better of me. You know what I'm saying? But yes, I respect Saka, but I don't fear him. I agree. Yes, people, big up NJ in the building, man. Let's get to 20 likes, people, man. Let's get there, people. You know what I mean? Attacking players who better Arsenal or United. That is a tough one. I actually couldn't decide, my bro. I actually couldn't decide. Let's see if the people in the chat got something to say about that one. Jimbo, are you one of the fans that wants Saka when Mo finally leaves your club? Do you know what? Yeah, I think Saka would be a great replacement for Salah, innit? I just don't think Saka would. I don't think he would deliver the numbers that Salah has in it, in all honesty. James, don't even go there about Max Darwin. He hasn't even done his GCSE yet. Now, facts. Darwin ain't ready yet. Now, I hear it. My fear is that if Arteta keeps on like this, Saka could be ruined before he gets a chance to move. I fully hear it. He has been overplayed. Hopefully that changes. Saka's ceiling got destroyed the moment Arteta made him rip his ligament off the bone. Well done, Arteta. Yeah, big facts, man. Big facts, bro. He has been managed poorly, I must say. You are right. Dowman is not ready. Got Dowman in a few sub appearances or a few cup games, so he has a taste of what's to come. But don't, for God's sakes, wear him out. Big facts, Jimbo. Palmer is being managed better. I don't know about that. If you ask Chelsea fans, yeah, they will call what's his name? Pochettino. Yeah, they called him a terrorist, Satan's greatest soldier, and I think we've seen the best of Palmer under Poch in it, and Poch runs players into the ground. So, but okay, they've got Maresca now. Maresca's been there for a year, innit? So you could say, yeah, maybe he is being managed better, but I do think that first year, I do think Palmer was, I think he was overused a lot. To be fair, James, he won't under Arteta. Ethan won't under Arteta. I hear it. I believe you're talking about Diamond and Ethan. You are so right. Saka is a great player, but an injury could mark a turning point. Nah, I also agree. I really like Ethan, but the fact he cost us Eze makes me sick. I don't think it's Ethan though. I think it's the Madueke thing. I mean, the Madueke transfer definitely cost us from getting an extra attacker. And apparently, there's rumors saying that man went in for mine anyway. Apparently, Arteta didn't want to let him go. So, obviously, we don't know that for sure. But again, you know what I mean? One of the many mistakes from this Lego head, I must say, man. I must say, Arteta started Ethan out last season. It'll be the same thing this season. Arteta won't drop Odegaard for Ethan. Now here, even though I think Ethan is more for the right wing than the right eight, do you know what I mean? Or the right advanced eight. Yeah, I do think Ethan is more for the right wing people. Jimbo, I love Saka, but because of that injury, I would sell them, pay whatever Bayern Munich want for Elise. That's not the worst shout, and people don't want to hear that, but I think AJ is on a bit of a similar page, bro. I'm not all of these players at this football club, they ain't won this shit. I'm not emotionally attached to any of these, man. Do you know what I mean? I would have wanted it to happen, but bro, like, it's a shout, man. It really is a shout. Ethan needs time, no 10 minutes at the end of the game, a full game here or there, at 60 to 70 minutes. Now I hit or 60 to 70 minutes. Now I hear it, my bro. Do you know what I mean? I'm sorry, a number 8 Arsenal captain should be putting up 13 goals, 13 assists at least, because Vieira would. I don't know about that. I don't think Vieira ever got 13 goals and 13 assists. If I'm looking at and I think AJ, we've had this conversation before where for my number 8, I'm not looking at you for numbers. I need my number 8 to do midfield things. I even spoke about it, people, earlier on in the stream when I was talking about the comparison between what Odegaard can do and what Ethan can do. What Ethan has shown and what Dalman has shown and what Odegaard has shown, there's a lot more to the game than just running at players, especially if you're in a number 8 position. Do you know what I mean? Fax Jimbo, I wanted to at least say, he's quality, man. He's quality. And to be fair, do you know what? I probably wanted him at the time as well. Cole Palmer plays in a fluid system. I'm not so sure. I think Cole Palmer was in a bit more of a fluid system on the pitch than under Maresca. I think what we got to remember, Maresca, just like Arteta, he's a Pep disciple, man. Do you know what I mean? But I do think that Maresca has a bit more tactical flexibility, man. Do you know what I mean? I wanted Elise for 3 years. I wanted Mbuemo for years. Now I hear it, man. Do you know what I mean? Yo, I had to cut emergency settings. I pick up yourself, James. James, I know you sent me a message and a voice note in it. Obviously, I can't stop and listen. But no, pick up yourself, man. I hope everything was good because you're saying there's emergency settings in it. Like I hope everything was good, my brother. Do you know what I mean? Well wishes to the brother James, everyone. Do you know what I mean? Market opportunity missed there. We've seen a lot of market opportunities, or at least the right market opportunities. Do you know what I mean? So sorry, second everyone. Don't worry about that, brother, man. Life gets to life, and man, it's life, man. Same here. Pick up yourself, AJ. Same here, James. I hope everything is all right, man. No, you don't need to be sorry. Do you know what I mean? You don't need to be sorry, dad. Come on, where do you son? You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Yeah, man. Big up, big up. But listen, people, man. Um, look, we've been here what hour and 25, man. Do you know what I mean? Pick up everyone in the building. Do you know what I mean? Make sure everyone hits the like and subscribe. Let me just go through one thing that Gunner for Life has said. We've been told that he was bought as a backup for Saka and we'll still have trust for the Martinelli. This what doesn't make no sense. What doesn't make no sense. But nah, man, that's big facts, man. Listen, big up everyone in the chat, man. Do you know what I mean? So Friday, do you know what I mean? Make sure everybody here, make sure you all enjoy your Fridays, man. Do you know what I mean? Love for everyone tuning in. Those who haven't subscribed, make sure you haven't smashed, make sure you have smashed the subscribe button, people. Make sure you have hit the like button, people. And you know already, we're definitely gonna be here Monday, people. Do you know what I mean? But you might see us here on Sunday, especially that's when we play as well. Do you know what I mean? But until the next time, people, big up yourself. Love, well wishes, man. Hope you have a good Friday, a good Saturday, and everything. And